And of course, that was the 5-second whistle. And we have Slamwise GameG on the jam line for the Black Fridays. We'll be joined by Drift wearing the star for the Cyber Mondays. And Drift is going to be lead jammer. Drift coming in for the first scoring pass, and the first points of the game are scored courtesy of Drift of the Cyber Mondays. He's going to put 4 points on the board for the Cyber Mondays. Going into this next jam, let's see, we have, oh, and this is number 88, Ready, Set, Riot of the Cyber Monday. Is going to be lead jammer. Oh, cruel misfortune, the Black Fridays jammer has been sent to the penalty box on a track cut. This is going to be a power jam for the Cyber Mondays. And Riot gets through for 4 points. Back is at a near standstill on the straightaway. The Black Fridays lined up at the front of the pack and putting up some resistance there for Riot. Riot gets through, another 4 points going on the board for Ready, Set, Riot. Snuffy out of the penalty box now, ready to score ready to get the Black Fridays on the board. Oh, that was Snuffy's first pass. Oh, cruel misfortune. Snuffy cuts the track. It's another power jam for the Cyber Mondays. And could not have come at a worse time. Cyber Mondays at 12. Black Fridays have yet to get on the scoreboard. And this is going to be a power start going into the next jam for the Cyber Mondays. And we've got number 44, Fidget. Wait, no, Fidget's the pivot. Fidget's the pivot. They have put Jax on the jam line. Right away, Fidget mixing, nope, sorry, Jax mixing things up with some of the Black Fridays blockers in the pack. Black Friday's doing a nice job stalling the pack until they can get their jammer out of the penalty box. Cutter has to let Snuffy go, and Snuffy is going to be lead jammer. Jawbreaker Jose opening the inside there for Jax. Cutter and Fidget walling up in anticipation of Snuffy's arrival. Snuffy hits that pack at full force, calls it off. But Black Fridays now on the board with 1 point. Cyber Mondays up to 14. And skating up to the jam line for the Black Fridays, we have number 27, Slamwise GameG. And 00 Drift wearing the star for the Cyber Mondays. And that pack is tight, but both Drift and Slamwise, pretty experienced jammers at that point. Drift finds a lane open on the inside. It's going to be lead jammer. And Slamwise has to get past Jax. Ooh, Jawbreaker Jose doing a nice job hitting Slamwise to the outside. Nice recycling there. Drift, meanwhile, coming through on that first scoring pass for 4 points. Slamwise looking to get the star pass over to Gamma Ray. And we got our first star pass of the bout. 0-2, Gamma Ray taking the star. And Drift calls it off. Drift picking up 4 more points for the Cyber Mondays. 8-point jam there for Drift. Black Friday's hanging in there at 1 point, and we've got just 15 minutes left to go. This bout, we're going to have 20-minute halves. Both teams playing with an abbreviated roster. And nice blocking there from Jawbreaker Jose and Cutter of the Cyber Mondays on that black jammer. That is Snuffy wearing the star for the Black Fridays. Oh, and Cutter turning into a one-person blocking machine there at the front of the plaque. Jawbreaker Jose also going to come in for an assist. Snuffy stays just within bounds. Jawbreaker Jose knows she has to let her go, and Snuffy is going to be lead jammer. We got a star pass from the Cyber Mondays. That's going to be number 28, Jaguar, taking the star. And Snuffy calls it off. 2 more points going on the board for the Black Fridays. Slamwise Gamgee returning to the jam line for the Cyber Mondays. We got 00 Drift wearing the star for the Cyber Mondays. And Drift hitting that pack quite a, big hit there on the Black Fridays pivot. Drift doesn't even break stride. He's going to be lead jammer. Cutter and Jawbreaker Jose forming quite the intimidating duo at the front of the pack. And Slamwise is out, will not be lead jammer. Drift already on the scoring pass, tangling with Gamma Ray and Extra there in the pack. Gamma Ray forcing Drift to the ref lane. Drift calls it. And Drift put 4 more points on the board there for the Cyber Mondays, bringing their lead up to 26 points. Black Fridays at 3. And we've got an official timeout a brief little timeout going on. I see some conferring among the refs. We got Snuffy returning to the jam line for the Black Fridays. Number 88, Ready Set Riot, is wearing the star for the Cyber Mondays. Cutter and Jaguar doing a nice job keeping Snuffy back. Cutter gonna send Snuffy down. Cutter, of course, also a member of Team Michigan and Jewish Roller Derby. Riot is out. Riot will not be lead jammer. Snuffy on, not sure, Snuffy calls it off. And I see Snuffy making the sign for a team, either a team timeout or an official review for the Black Fridays. Oh, team timeout. Just want to remind everybody that for this 2024 Black and Blue weekend, Lansing Roller Derby's community partner is Women's Center of Greater Lansing. You can find them at lansingwomen.org. Their mission is helping women realize their potential. They are collecting donations, both monetary as well as personal hygiene items, including feminine hygiene, gently used purses, jewelry, scarves, dress shoes, as well as winter apparel. And our charity bout yesterday, Shenanijams, we raised over $400 for the Women's Center. We're back into action here. Slamwise Gamgee, number 27, returning to the jam line for the Cyber Mondays. Jax, number 21, wearing the star for the, I keep saying Slamwise is on the Cyber Mondays. She's on the Black Fridays, and Slamwise Gamgee gonna be lead jammer, but Jax, number 21, for the Cyber Mondays, catching up, hoping to force a call off. Jax overtakes Slamwise. Slamwise calls it double goose egg on that jam. And Snuffy returning to the jam line for the Black Fridays. Number 21, Jax, is jamming for the Cyber Mondays. Snuffy coming right up through that pack, cutting past Fidget. Snuffy gonna be lead jammer. Jax, meanwhile, oh, I almost said Jax was caught up in the pack, but Jax is out. Snuffy approaching the pack for the scoring pass, getting hit to the outside by Fidget, decides to call it off. 2 more points going on the board for the Black Fridays, bringing their total up to 5. Cyber Mondays holding at 26. We got Slamwise Gamgee coming back to the jam line for the Black Fridays. Jax, number 21, wearing the star for the Cyber Mondays. Slamwise coming into a tight 3-wall there. Jawbreaker Jose doing a great job holding down that wall. Riot also going to come in to assist along with Cutter. Slamwise has their work cut out for them, breaking through that 3-wall, and Jax breaks through the Cyber Mondays wall, and nope, the Black Fridays wall, and Jax is going to be lead jammer. Cutter almost managing to keep Slamwise out of the off the track. Didn't quite make that. Jax coming around for the scoring pass. Jax taking a hit to the outside from Extra, and Gamma Ray calls it off from the ref lane. And no points scored on that. Oh, 2. Jax did put 2 points on the board for the Cyber Mondays. Snuffy returning to the jam line for the Black Fridays. And that is Jax, number 21, wearing, nope, never mind. And Snuffy is going to be lead jammer. This is Jaguar 28, jamming for the first time this bout for the Cyber Mondays. Snuffy coming up to that white wall, breaking right through Drift, and Jawbreaker Jose calls it off. And Snuffy put 3 points on the board for the Black Fridays, and Cyber Mondays yet again held scoreless. Slamwise Gamgee, number 27, returning to the jam line for the Black Fridays. Jax, number 21, will be wearing the star for the Cyber Mondays. Jax taking the outside lane. It's a hop and a skip and a jump on those toe stops, and Jax is going to be lead jammer. Jawbreaker Jose putting a nice stop block there on Slamwise, but eventually they have to let her go. Jax coming up, Cutter doing a nice job keeping the outside lane open for Jax there. Jax hits it and quits it. Scores 4, calls it off. We have just over 7 minutes left to go in this first half. And Cyber Mondays have called a team timeout. During this team timeout, we just want to say thank you. We just want to give a big thank you to Lansing Roller Derby for putting on yet another awesome black and blue scrimmage weekend. This has been going on for so long. I honestly can't remember the first year we had it. Might have been 2010, might have been 2011, but and then we did lose a couple of years due to the pandemic. So 2011, 2024. So this is the 11th by my count annual Black and Blue Weekend, second year held here at the Ingham County Fairgrounds. And again, a ton of work and effort goes into making this weekend happen every year. So if you happen to see a Lansing Roller Derby member, give them a big sweaty hug and say thank you for working so hard to make this weekend the awesome Derby extravaganza that it always is. Also, thank you to all of the refs, all the NSOs, all the volunteers that helped come together. A lot of these refs are skating nonstop, bout after bout this weekend.
Slamwise is they, them.
Sorry.
That's okay.
Yeah, I don't have any pronouns on here.
Just a reminder.
Thanks.
It's like best to just they, them, everyone, you know?
I usually do, yeah.
You're good.
Okay. Oh, timeout's over. We're back into action here. And we got Snuffy back on the jam line for the Black Fridays, and Snuffy is going to be lead jammer. That's, let's see, it's Fidget wearing the star for the Cyber Mondays. Fidget still on their initial pass. Snuffy coming up through the pack, and Gamma Ray almost getting Jawbreaker Jose out of the way for Snuffy. And Jose doing some nice recycling there on Snuffy. Gamma Ray once again trying to break things up there for their jammer. Meanwhile, Fidget out of that pack, not quite up to the line, but Snuffy breaking through, scoring 4, calling it off. So Black Friday's catching up. They are successfully keeping the Cyber Mondays from scoring for the last 3 or 4 jams here. Slamwise GMG number 27 returning to the jam line for the Black Fridays, joined by Jaguar, I believe, for the Cyber Mondays. Yep, that is number 28, Jaguar. Oh, nice hip check on Slamwise GMG. But that's going to be a double goose egg on that jam. Jaguar picking up lead jam and calling it off very quickly. We got 00 Drift returning to the jam line for the Cyber Mondays. And that's Snuffy jamming again for the Black Fridays. And Drift has to get past Gamma Ray, and Drift's going to be lead jammer. Jawbreaker Jose, meanwhile, is going to force Snuffy to the back of the pack there. Snuffy looking for a lane on the outside. And Jawbreaker Jose lets her go right at the 10-foot mark, but that's too late to stop Drift from putting 4 points on the board for the Cyber Mondays. Drifts into the ref lane backwards, calls it off. Right, and I guess Drift not picking up any points in that jam, but keeping the Black Fridays from scoring almost as good. We got just under 4 minutes left to go in this first half. Ready, Set, Riot, number 88, coming back to the jam line for the Cyber Mondays. And this is going to be Gamma Ray 02 jamming for the Black Fridays. And Gamma Ray running on those toe stops on the inside lane. Gamma Ray will be lead jammer. And Riot tangling with Slamwise GamG at the front of the pack there. Oh, and Jax also trying to put the stop there on Gamma Ray, but Gamma Ray keeps right on going, picking up 4 points there for the Black Fridays. Riot is out on that initial pass. Gamma Ray coming in for a second scoring pass. Nice hit in the back of the pack there from Cutter. And Gamma Ray's like, I can't do this anymore, and calls it off. But yet again, Cyber Mondays held scoreless. So we got the Black Fridays catching right up. 20-point game. Black Fridays still trailing at 16. Cyber Mondays 36. 2.5 minutes left to go in this first half. We have Jawbreaker Jose, 9:22 up at the jam line for the Cyber Mondays. And Snuffy will be jamming for the Black Fridays. Oh, nice hit there from Cutter. And Snuffy will be lead jammer. Jawbreaker Jose finally getting back that last Black Fridays blocker there at the front of the pack. Snuffy coming in for the scoring pass. Fidget line and wait. Cutter just about knocking Snuffy into the ref lane. Snuffy calls it. 2 more points for the Black Fridays. Cyber Mondays held scoreless yet again. And Black Fridays catching up as we approach halftime here. Just an 18-point gap remaining. We got Slamwise Gamgee, number 27, back on the jam line for the Black Fridays. Drift 00 wearing the star for the Cyber Mondays. Pack is tight. Slamwise coming up against Ready, Set, Riot, and Cutter there. And that was exactly what Drift needed to come out, become lead jammer, but Slamwise hot on their tail. Slamwise less than half a lap behind. Drift knows he hasn't had much time. Scooting into the ref lane, does a little spin move, calls it off. Up, and Drift has broken the scoreless streak for the Cyber Mondays. 1 point going on the board for the team in white. 41 seconds remaining on the period clock. So time for 1, possibly 2 more jams. We'll just have to see. Jax, number 21, wearing the star for the Cyber Mondays. And this is Snuffy, 1171, jamming for the Black Fridays. And Gamma Ray taking themselves out there on the way to Jax, but Jax is going to be lead jammer. Ready, Set, Riot, meanwhile, has to let Snuffy go. Oh, Gamma Ray successfully hitting Jax to the outside there. That was exactly, and Snuffy doing almost the impossible there, dodging past Jawbreaker Jose. Snuffy, 4 points on the board for the Black Fridays. We got some jammer on jammer blocking action on turn 1 there. And this is Jax's first scoring pass. Jax tiptoeing half an inch there on the outside lane. And Jax gets through 1 scoring pass, calls it off. That's 4 points going on the board for the Cyber Mondays. And that's going to be halftime. But Snuffy putting 6 points up for the Black Fridays. Going into halftime, Black Fridays still trailing at 24, Cyber Mondays 41. Welcome back here at Track 2. We are watching the Black Fridays taking on the Cyber Mondays in this all-gender bout. For the Cyber Mondays, we've got number 88, Ready, Set, Riot on the jam line. Slamwise Gamgee wearing the star for the Black Fridays, and it's Slamwise Gamgee will be lead jammer. Gamma Ray, meanwhile, has to let Ready, Set, Riot go. Slamwise coming in for their first scoring pass, has to get past Jawbreaker Jose and Jax. Slamwise hitting it and quitting it, scoring 4, calling it off, and Cyber Mondays held scoreless. We could see a lead change if things keep going in this direction. Cyber Mondays, of course, taking advantage of 2 back-to-back power jams at the beginning of the first half and catapulting into the lead. But both teams so far mostly avoiding a lot of penalty trouble. Snuffy is back on the jam line for the Black Fridays. We got Jax wearing the star for the Cyber Mondays. Jawbreaker Jose and Jaguar holding down that line of defense for the Cyber Mondays, but Snuffy breaks through. Snuffy will be lead jammer. Jawbreaker Jose, meanwhile, is going to open that inside lane there for Jax. Snuffy boxing the track like a pro, but Snuffy's like, I can't take on Jose one more time. I'm just going to call it. And Snuffy picked up 3 points there for the Black Fridays. So Black Fridays cutting into the Cyber Mondays lead here little by little. That gem will bring the Black Fridays up to 31, Cyber Mondays 45. We got Slamwise Gamgee back on the jam line for the Black Fridays. And this is Jax. Nope, Jax is the pivot. But Ready, Set, Riot, number 88, going to be lead jammer. Slamwise, meanwhile, just getting out on that initial pass. Ready, Set, Riot, ready to score, getting hit to the inside lane, decides to call it. And Riot put 2 points on the board there for the Cyber Mondays. Black Fridays held scoreless. Jax, number 21, skating up to the jam line there for the Cyber Mondays. 0-2 Gamma Ray will be jamming for the Black Fridays. Oh, look at that. Gamma Ray stealing the inside there under Cutter's nose, and Gamma Ray is going to be lead jammer. Jax going for the apex jump there, doesn't quite make it. Skating all the way around the infield, coming back to the track. And Gamma Ray just barely staying inside the track, picking up 4 points there for the Black Fridays. Jax, meanwhile, coming around, and looks like Gamma Ray taking a hit to the infield, decides to call it off. 2 more points. That jam for Gamma Ray. Black Fridays now at 38. Cyber Mondays 47. Less than 10-point lead there. They have put Slamwise Gamgee back on the jam line. We got joined by Ready, Set, Riot, number 88 for the Cyber Mondays. Both our jammers skating all the way back. Slamwise using that burst of speed to their advantage. Jax just missing Slamwise there. Slamwise will be lead jammer. Thorne doing a nice job holding down that wall there. We got a star pass from the Cyber Mondays. Jax will be taking the star, and just as Slamwise scoots through for 4, calls it off. Black Fridays very, very close now, 5-point game. That's going to bring the Black Fridays up to 42, Cyber Mondays 47. Jax taking the star again for the Cyber Mondays. Snuffy, number 1171, we're jamming for the Black Fridays. And Jack's looking for that hole and doing what he does best, finding half an inch on the inside lane and taking it. Jax is going to be lead jammer. Jawbreaker Jose, meanwhile, is going to hit Snuffy into the infield there, giving Jax the advantage. Scooting right past Harley Sin there, picking up 4 points there for the Cyber Mondays. Snuffy yet again, almost all the way through, getting hit to the outside by number 922. Jawbreaker Jose. Gamma Ray gonna hit Jax to the outside. both jammers in. This is Snuffy's first scoring pass, Jax's second, and Jax just leaping past extra there, picking up 4 points for the Cyber Mondays. Snuffy and re-entering the check. Big hit there from Cutter. Cutter hitting Snuffy just barely out of bounds. Jax still going strong in the pack there, mixing it up with the Black Fridays there on the turn. Gamma Ray and Jawbreaker Jose facing off at the front of the pack. I think I just saw Jawbreaker Jose use one shoulder to hit Gamma Ray, the other shoulder to hit Snuffy. That was pretty damn impressive. We got a star pass from the Black Fridays. It is Gamma Ray now taking the star from Snuffy. And Jax, meanwhile, coming around for 4. That's going to be a 16-point jam so far for Jax. Gamma Ray answering in kind with 4. Black Fridays now on the clock this jam. That's another 4 points there for Jax. We're going to make that a 20-point jam for Jax. And just like that, and Cyber Mondays catapulting back into a better than 20-point lead, and the Black Fridays have called for a team timeout. All right, 5 seconds has been called. Timeout is over. We have number 5, Cutter, taking the star for the first time this morning for the Cyber Mondays. Slamwise GMG, number 27, back out there for the Black Fridays, and it's going to be Cutter will be your lead jammer. And we have a skater down. All right, and just like that, we're going to call this game to a halt. Just a reminder, we are both teams are skating short, and many of these skaters do have additional bouts today. So we're going to call things right here, right now, and Cyber Mondays taking the win at 68. Black Friday